Hey guys! So today is going to be the first video in my little Botanicaz series. So yeah, this is going to be the first of many Botanicaz videos up on my channel. And first and foremost, I wanted to show you what's in my little mystery box that I brought back with me that Botanicaz gifted to me our last night filming. So it was very nice of them. I love all of the plants. I'm excited to show you. There's some cool ones. There's a plant here. Probably you've never seen before. I'm gonna save it for more toward the end, but it's a really good one. And I will have all of Botanicaz information linked down below, so their Instagram as well as their Etsy shop, which I highly, highly recommend if you're searching for any of these plants, and keep good watch on their shop because they do upload new plants quite frequently. So yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend checking them out. But yeah, okay, how should we do this? The first plant I'm going to be showing you is Labisia species Riau. I'm just going to show you this one first so you can see that you can actually get Labisia from Botanicaz if you've been on the hunt for one. 2 of my 3 are actually from them and they grow really quickly. They're super healthy, have quickly become one of my favorite plants. So if you're on the hunt, keep an eye again on their Etsy shop. Really pretty. I've talked about this one a lot, so I'm going to keep it brief. Now let's get into this little magical box of wonders. A little miracle box right here, and I have just kept them in here. We got back a few weeks ago, and I haven't moved them yet. Let's see. Oh, I don't know how to do this because I don't know all the names. You guys already know I'm terrible at names. Okay, we're gonna start. Oh my gosh, I know this one. I don't remember the name. I'm just gonna have to put it on the screen, but it's in my head somewhere. It just went blank. This first plant is a little begonia, which is so freaking cute. And what I love about this one, what I think is really cool about this one in particular, is the color actually changes as the plant matures. So you can see right now when it's young, these little immature leaves. The more immature leaves come in a brighter, more like neon looking green, and as the plant ages and matures, gets new mature foliage, it does darken to a kind of green blue. It's really, really beautiful. So the immature and the mature form of this plant do look quite a bit different. Well, okay, not quite a bit different, but their coloration is very different. Like if you sat them side by side, you would never guess that they're actually the same plant. Really cool, really pretty, 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay, next to that, I do actually know the name of this one. I know the name of this one too, the other one too, but I just forgot. Oh, there's a hair wrapped in this. Okay, this is a Begonia Holosericea, and this one's really shimmery and cute. Coloration is really cool. The new leaves come in kind of maroonish, pinkish, and then, you know, they turn a little more green as the leaf has matures. I'm gonna be saying that a lot, but it does kind of change color. You can see like the new leaf here, really reddish pink, and then the older leaves are more green. So I think that's really cool. And it's such a shimmery one. If you're into like glittery looking plants, this is really awesome. Again, it's called a Begonia Holosericea. I think it's cool. A leaf what fell off? Oh, a piece of sphagnum, that scared me. Next up is a little pink princess philodendron baby. I have a thing for little plants. This one is quite small, but Botanicaz does post a lot of different size pink princesses, and I know it's a very desired plant. So again, check them out. Wow, that's basically all I'm gonna be saying for this, but I think this one's really cute. That was really nice of them to gift to me. I love it. So cute, it's getting a new leaf. Yay, yay. I haven't filmed in a long time. We've had a company out doing our yard, and they've been here for a little over a month now. Their equipment's really loud, so I haven't been able to film. Everything you've seen has been pre-filmed with, I think, one exception. So I feel like awkward filming, and I already am awkward. Why am I like this? Next plant is a Begonia Julau. This is one of my favorite begonias, top 3 favorite begonias for sure, because I think it's a very striking one that, you know, the pink glittery spots are just so unique from anything else that when people see this one, I feel like it's kind of a gateway begonia. You know what I mean? It kind of gets you into the begonia world a little bit more because this one is just so striking. So yeah, this one is just a little bushy little guy, super small, and I love it. Next up is a type of Labisia. The root is growing out of the bottom of the pot. I need to get these moved ASAP, but yeah, this is a type of Labisia, but it's so beautiful and pastel, and unlike anything else I have, the leaves are quite, even compared to this other Labisia I showed you earlier, the leaves are quite hard. They feel kind of like cardboard or like fake even, and it kind of looks fake because it's so perfect. I like the little spiked edges on the leaf tips. I think that's really unique and cool. And oh my gosh, it's like a little strawberry cream color, kind of pinky, kind of creamy, kind of yellowy, a little bit glittery in there. So cute. Okay. It's kind of, this box is packed kind of tight, so like putting plants in and out is a little bit strategic. It's like a little game of Tetris. Here is another begonia they gave me. Again, it's really glittery. And what I like about this one, so a lot of begonia have like the hairy or like glittery kind of looking leaves, really shiny leaves. This one's actually super matte. Well, it looks super matte, but then it's actually not. There is a little bit of a sheen to it. The leaves are pretty roughly shaped, and yeah, it's a really cute one. Like I said, I have no idea the name, but I really like the color and how flat the leaves are. Like there's not a lot of ridges or texture on the leaves, which, you know, I'm pretty drawn to in plants, but I like this one too, and it's just like completely flat. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Okay. Am I saying stuff that you guys even care to hear? Like, what should I say? What should I say about the plants? Okay, next up is a type of Sonerila, which is so cute. I am definitely going to be putting this one in a terrarium at some point to kind of fill it in a little bit. Wherever there's empty space. It's really, really cute. You cannot see the details because the leaves are so small. The leaf edges are kind of purpley, and then they fade to a very light green in the middle. Well, they go to kind of a mid green and then a light green down the middle like vein, which I think is really, really pretty. And I love how full this is. Like, I just want to touch it. I want to like pet it. Like moss, kind of. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You catch my drift? The first time I visited Botanicaz, Anya had one of these in one of her little bins, and it caught my eye. I thought it was so cute. I just love the leaf shape, how long they are. The leaves are kind of stiff. Again, stiff. They're very stiff. These ones are a little bit curly. I wonder why. More than anything, I love the pattern on the leaves. The veining and colors are just beautiful. It's a light mint green and a super dark green veined leaf. I don't know, there's just, it kind of looks webbed almost. Kind of reminds me of like a monarch butterfly wing. You know how they get like the little black and orange spots? That's kind of what this reminds me of. And yeah, really excited to have it because like I said, I fell in love with it the last time I was there. So I'm excited to have one now, yay! Next, I came home with a Begonia Darthvaderiana. I had to because, you know, this is like the plant that, if you ask me, Botanicaz is known for. They sell these at such a good price. They used to be super expensive and difficult to find and buy anywhere, and Botanicaz really has made these like super accessible, at least from what I know. This is not like the easiest begonia by any means, but you could definitely do it. I think it's beautiful, super metallic-y reddish brown, and then, you know, the silver or the silvery green border is just what really gets me for this one. It's so beautiful and I love it. Definitely worth it. Worth a shot for sure. No idea what this is, but it is so fuzzy. The color is beautiful. The colors on it range from like a pink to super lime green, and I just think it's so cool. Really, really cool. I know fuzzy plants are like kind of a hit or miss thing for people. Like either you love them or you don't. So are you a fuzzy plant lover or a fuzzy plant hater? I'm personally a fuzzy plant lover because I'm like, oh, little puppy dog pet plant. Next up is one of my favorite begonias personally. This is a, oh my gosh, and a Begonia Austrovietnamica. It's looking a little bit scraggly because I do need to get it out of this bin, which is why I'm filming this video today and getting it up. It is so beautiful. This leaf isn't so much, doesn't have so much of the pattern and the cool colors they get, the cool blues that it gets. I do have another one that has kind of the cool texture, the cool colors going on that I will also insert a photo of. I love it, and it's a pretty easy one. Pretty. It's actually one of the first begonias I ever got. You guys, when they gave this to me and I just got to go through all the surprise plants, like that was so fun. That was the highlight, definite highlight. We have, oh, it is rooted in there. Another one I need to move desperately. I'm probably gonna put it into this big 6-foot terrarium. Anyway, this is a Piper variety of some sort. Really, really pretty. It actually has grown pretty fast since it's been here. It had the 2 leaves and it now has, or it had 3 leaves actually. Now it has these 2 new ones that look really, really good. I'm excited to get it in a more stable environment because you'll see in the close-ups, the roots are going crazy. And I just think once I get it moved into a bigger space, it's definitely going to take off with new growth. And I love the growth pattern of pipers. I think it's really cool. I think the way they grow and just kind of move around, find their way around places is beautiful. So I'm excited to see what this one does. I'm not too experienced with piper. I only have one other one in my collection. So yeah, this one will be really cool. I think this next one is a piper also, and it is one of the most beautiful pipers I've ever seen, if you ask me. They're like little heart-shaped, super dark colored leaves with some pink speckling in them. I can't believe that they gifted this to me. I kept eyeing it in their terrarium and asking what it was, but I keep forgetting because you know how my brain works with these names. It doesn't. It is really, really cool, and I'm excited to watch this one grow, like extra excited for this one. Another really, really cool and exciting one. I mean, they're all really cool and exciting, but this one definitely takes the cake, kinda, maybe takes the cake. It's one of the top ones that takes the cake. It shares a slice. Anyway, it is a Begonia Malachosticta. So it is a cross from a Darthvaderiana and a Malachosticta, which I actually don't have one. Do I have one of those? Oh, I do down here in this terrarium. So I'll insert a photo of each of those and then this baby that they created. And look, the roots are so happy. It needs to be moved, potted up, which I will definitely be doing probably today after this video. This one's beautiful. It has the same metallic-y red-brown with the silver border, but the Malachosticta like leaf shape where it's a little bit more ruffly on the edges, and it has some of that same silvery green like border on the spots, and that's so cool. I love spotted plants. I love spotted plants. I just think it's so wild that nature can do this, you know? Like a little Dalmatian or something. Whew, I'm trying not to mess with them too much because I don't want to harm anything. This is another begonia that I didn't even know existed, but it is absolutely beautiful. So silvery lime green and like pops from any other color in this bin. Really stands out. Kind of has some freckles on the edges. It's really cute. Hasn't really grown much since I've had it here, but I think it's doing okay. It hasn't leaf melted or anything, and honestly, these leaves feel a lot more thick than a lot of the other begonia leaves, so I'm not too worried about the leaf melt on this one or anything like that. Like, I think it's going to do just fine. So yeah, I think it's really pretty, and it just has like kind of a little pink spot right where the petiole meets the leaf, like where they attach. Oh, it's so cute. That's so cute. Right? Ooh, this one's kind of hard to get out, but it's another really, it was a wish list begonia for me. This is a baby Begonia Dinhdui. I don't know how to say it, but it's something along those lines. This is a leaf it put out since it's been here. So exciting. I wasn't really sure what to expect of this one care-wise, but it has popped a leaf, which I'm quite happy with. And again, I think I need to pot it up, maybe get it some soil or something, because I am seeing some roots around the top here. But this one this is a begonia that kind of climbs like in the wild, and it's so beautiful. It was also a top wish list begonia for me, one that made me super attracted to begonia to begin with. Yeah, I love it. I'm really excited to have one. Oakley dokley. Ah! Okay, so this is a Begonia Sarawak. This baby is so incredible, jewel toned. It's actually started blooming and it didn't have blooms when we brought it home, so I feel pretty good about the lighting I've been giving these guys, which makes me feel good going forward, moving them into new homes. Oh look, it's growing roots out of the nodes down here. It's so beautiful. The leaves are like super, they're kind of rounded with a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of texture on the ends. They're like this shape. They're like teardrop shape. That's the word, teardropped. They're extremely shimmery. But what I love is how different the colors of each of the leaves can look, and then especially depending on what kind of light it's sitting under, the coloration of them looks quite different. So it can look kind of orangey, goldy, yellowy to green to reddish to kind of bluish even sometimes. And I think that's really cool. So I love it. I love the growth pattern of it, and it's so cute. That's really all I can say about any of these. They're just so cute. Oh, wow. I love it. I love you. Okay. This next one actually isn't in a pot. She just kind of threw a cutting in there for me. Oh, look, it has a root. Yay. Okay, we just kind of threw it in there. Actually, there's another piece of this somewhere, growing around somewhere. Anyway, this is a Cissus amazonica, I believe. Is that what this one is? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Cissus amazonica, but it was just a cut from her plant. And look, it has a root. That's so exciting. I just had it sitting in sphagnum moss in here, and it hasn't grown too much like leaf-wise, but I'm happy as long as it's rooting. that means it's doing good in my eyes anyway. We'll see what happens when I move it into an actual pot or enclosure. I'll probably put all of these in my Botanicaz enclosure because why not, right? Why not? All right, next plant is a Macodes Petola, which is another gateway terrarium plant. And I think this is a great option to start with. So again, they have these very, very frequently available on Botanicaz Etsy shop. I do recommend going there and checking it out if you want to get into this. These ones are pretty easy. The color of them, or not the color, well, it's the color too, but the pattern, the lightning bolty pattern is so striking. Get it? Lightning bolt strike. Ah! And it reminds me of Harry Potter. Anybody else? I don't know. Reminds me of Harry Potter anyway. It's one of my all-time favorite terrarium kind of plants, and actually probably one of my top favorite plants of all. I just think it's so cool, and it's really not difficult, especially for like how extra beautiful this one is, in my opinion. Let me know what you think though. We're getting there. We only have one row of plants left. Okay, so this is a Hoya, and this is actually our friendship Hoya Thomsonii. I do have one of these, but Anya was so cute and gave Ashley, Maggie, and I one of these from the same plant. Like, they're just all little sister plants. So cute, little friendship plants. Who needs friendship bracelets, am I right? When you can have a friendship Hoya. I've talked about this one a lot in my Hoya videos. I think it's so cute. It's kind of fuzzy and has little silver, like freckly specks on it, which I love, and it's an easy one. Highly recommend. And I highly recommend getting a friendship plant and spreading it between you and your friends. Okay, this one is a variegated, I think it's called Rhaphidophora Hayi, something along those lines. And this is a shingler that is variegated and has really cool light green, dark green variegation on its leaves. Incredibly happy about this one. I'm for sure going to put it in my terrarium we're actually filming on right now because I think it's gonna grow everywhere and get huge and just kind of climb all over the place, do its thing. The plant I was talking about at the beginning, that's a plant that probably you've never seen before. I didn't even know this thing existed. I personally call it a Batman plant because look, that looks like a bat wing. I can't believe they gave me this. I think Maggie posted about it on her Instagram and I fell into instant love. And then I got to see it in person at Botanicaz and I just kept oohing and awing over it. And I didn't ask them for this, but Anya is just so giving, like seriously so giving. Shared this with me even though it is such an uncommon plant. So that was really very generous, like overly generous of her, but I'm super thankful for it. You see that? Do you see that? And it is getting a new leaf up here. So I was very nervous about this one because I didn't know if I'd be able to do it, but I can do it. It's getting a new leaf. I've got this. It's doing just fine in here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is a begonia that has grown definitely the most since being here at my house in this last month. It was already pretty big when they gave it to me, but all this up here from this leaf on is new. It's kind of fuzzy and has, again, really cool coloration. And what I love about this one, okay, so it's kind of gradient from green to red, like in the middle of the leaf. You'll be able to see in the close-up. What I love even more than the color and like the cool leaf shape, roughly leaf shape, is the fact that it's hairy, but not fuzzy. Like it just has little hair things. I don't even know what they're called on a plant. Little hair things like every so often, like one here, one here, one here, like spread out from each other. Whereas normally fuzzy plants are like super, super fuzzy. So I think this one's so cool. And again, I love the gradient of the leaves. It's kind of curving around because it does hit the top of the bin at this point. I am going to move all of these right away. One more plant. So this is another fuzzy begonia. I also know the name of this one. I do, you guys, I do. I know you don't believe me, but I do. But it'll pop into my head probably when I'm falling asleep tonight and then I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Anyway, this one is another really fuzzy one. But what I think is cool about this one is how like angel wing shape it is. I really like the shape of these leaves. It is pretty fuzzy and ripply and textured, and you guys know how much I love a textured plant. I talk about it all the time. I talk about them all the time, but it is very, very pretty. And it's a much deeper green than a lot of, actually any of the other begonias I have in my house, actually, not even just in this box, in my whole house. So I really appreciate that. It's almost like, I mean, it looks kind of light colored depending on the light, kind of reddish. But then looking at certain angles, it kind of looks like black green, almost black. So really cool, fun, and I'm so excited to have these in my collection. So yeah, those are all the plants that I brought back from Botanicaz. Huge thank you to Botanicaz for gifting these to me. That was incredibly generous, and I'm very excited to see these babies grow. I'm gonna put the lid on so they can keep some humidity in here. The Botanica shop will be linked down below. I highly recommend checking them out. They have a lot of really cool stuff available there. Go to their Etsy shop. All right, let me know what you thought of the plants I got. If there's any of these that you have and have any care advice for, please leave them down below. Let me know what you thought of them. And that is it for this video. I will see you in my next one.